All right, a little bit later than normal, heading into a CFL week with our power rankings, but still thought I'd get them out for you guys this week. Coming in at number 9, it is still the Hamilton Tiger Cats. A much better performance in week 1 and in week 2 than week 1, I think, against Saskatchewan. It felt like they had this game won right up until they didn't. Bo Levi Mitchell has played significantly better than I thought he would. I will wave the flag on that one. I don't know if he can do it for 18 weeks, but for 2, he's looked pretty good. But this team has still dropped a couple of tough ones, and I still have concerns about them going forward. At 8, it is Edmonton. Again, a team that has dropped a couple of tough ones late, and they have played really well through 3 quarters in both their games. But the fourth quarter has been an issue for this group, and now they have a couple of road games coming up. I would not be surprised if they end up at the bottom of this sooner rather than later, even though I do kind of like this team. Coming in at 7, it's Winnipeg. You cannot ignore the issues that this team has had. Like that they are staring you right in the face now. Collaros has struggled in 2 weeks. The offensive line is not protecting very well. The defense is getting pressure, but they're not finishing drives. This is a problem in Winnipeg now, and we will see if they can course correct coming up this week. In at number 6, I have the Calgary Stampeders, coming off of a win out there against Hamilton out in week 1. This is a team that's impressed so far this season, and so I like them to continue to impress moving forward, even in a loss against BC. There were some things that I didn't mind about this group. At 5, it is Ottawa. That they have played just 1 game, and given how the teams ahead of them have played, this is more, them being at 5 is more a statement of the teams ahead of them than the teams than where they are at. Coming in at number 4, I have the BC Lions. They get right against Calgary. The defense looked pretty good offensively. They had some issues initially with the blitzes that Calgary was throwing at them, but then eventually you do that over and over and over again, Vernon Adams is going to figure it out. So I like BC to continue to move up. At 3, I have Saskatchewan, 2-0, first place in the West Division. But it like a lot of things are going right. They still need to figure out the penalties. They still need to figure out the defense a little bit. I think that'll come. And they still need AJ Ouellette to get going. But to have those issues to improve upon and to be 2-0, not a bad spot to be in. They aren't on Toronto's level, though. That Toronto defense really impressed me, even in giving up so many points against BC in week 1. I think that this defense is going to have a field day against Edmonton coming up in week 2, and we'll see if the offense can continue the momentum they had coming off of week number 1. And at number 1, it is still the Montreal Alouettes. There is no denying that they are the best team in the league right now. Their defense is playing exceptional. Cody Fajardo still makes some Saskatchewan Cody Fajardo type of mistakes, but is still also playing like a Grey Cup champion. So this team is the more complete team in the CFL right now, and thus they are our number 1 pick for CFL Power Rankings this week.